He caught me in the act with my boss, and our marriage was over in that moment. I can still hear the sound of the door slamming against the frame, sharp and final, like a judge's gavel sealing my fate. That sound. It slices through the haze of whiskey on my lips, the warmth of his hands on my waist and the reckless rhythm of my own heartbeat. My husband's voice doesn't come right away. It's the silence that cuts me first, heavy and suffocating. The kind of silence you can't run from. I freeze. Half-dressed. Half-breathless. Half-alive. My name dies in his throat before it reaches the air. I don't need to hear it. I feel it. The betrayal, the disbelief, the kind of hurt that bends a man's soul in ways that will never be undone. And just like that, I know. Nothing will ever be the same. My name is Elena, 34, married for 8 years, wife, partner. Or at least I was. Tonight I'm something else entirely, something I barely recognize in the reflection of the hotel window. A woman with mascara smudged at the corners of her eyes, a dress sliding off her shoulder and lips swollen from kisses that never should have happened. And then there's him. Nathan, my boss. The man leaning against the bedpost with his shirt undone and his tie hanging like a noose between us. His chest rises and falls like he's caught between fight and surrender. His eyes dart to the door to my husband, then back to me. For once, the man who commands entire boardrooms with a glance has no words. Neither do I. The room smells like spilled whiskey and roses from the vase he had delivered earlier, their petals already bruising under the weight of the night. The lamp by the bed hums faintly, casting us in a golden glow that suddenly feels obscene, too intimate, too exposing. My skin prickles, every nerve awake, but not with desire anymore, no. With dread, my husband Daniel doesn't shout. He doesn't throw anything. He just stands there, framed in the doorway like the ghost of every vow we once made. His jaw is tight, his hands shaking at his sides, and it's the shaking that shatters me. Because Daniel never shakes. He is control. He is steadiness. He is home, or at least he was. Elena. Finally my name. One word, heavy, hollow, cracking at the edges. I can't move. My voice has betrayed me. Locked somewhere in my chest. Trapped under the weight of my own guilt. All I can do is stare at him. At the man I once believed I would grow old with, as his world crumbles in front of me. Nathan clears his throat, as if words might soften the scene, as if explanation could erase what Daniel has seen with his own eyes. But I shoot him a look sharp enough to cut. No, this is mine. My mistake. My betrayal, Daniel, The words spill, fragile and trembling. But they sound pathetic. Even to me, his eyes meet mine, and in them I see not anger, not even rage, something worse. Emptiness. A hollowing out that tells me he's already gone. Even if his body still stands there, he doesn't wait for more, doesn't demand excuses or beg for reasons. He simply steps back, his silence louder than any scream, and lets the door close behind him with a sound softer than the first, but infinitely more final. I sink onto the edge of the bed, my body trembling. My chest feels caged, as if breathing itself is an act I no longer deserve. Nathan reaches for me, but I flinch. His touch now feels poisoned, tainted with the memory of Daniel's eyes burning into us. What have I done? The whisper slips out more to myself than to him. Nathan says my name softly, almost tenderly, but it doesn't land. His voice is too smooth, too practiced, and right now, I crave the raw honesty of Daniel's silence more than the comfort of another man's hand. The air in the room feels heavier, as if it carries the weight of every broken promise, every unspoken truth. My pulse drums in my ears, and all I can see is Daniel's face, shocked, shattered, slipping away from me, and beneath the chaos of guilt, one thought claws its way to the surface, desperate and terrifying. Maybe this isn't just the end of my marriage. Maybe it's the beginning of something else, something I never planned, never wanted, but can't seem to stop. The thought terrifies me more than the loss itself, because beginnings are always hungrier than endings. The silence after Daniel leaves lingers like smoke after fire, thick, choking, impossible to escape. I sit frozen on the bed, the fabric of my dress twisted around my thighs, my body trembling as though the walls themselves might collapse. Nathan doesn't move at first. He just watches me with those dark, unreadable eyes. The tie still hanging loose from his collar. His breath is uneven, though he tries to hide it, and for a moment I wonder if he feels even half the wreckage I do. "Elena," he says finally, his voice low, coaxing. "Talk to me," I laugh, sharp, bitter, humorless. "Talk about what?" "That I just destroyed my marriage in a hotel room with my boss." The words burn my throat as they spill out. I press my hands to my face, but my tears refuse to come. Maybe I don't deserve the relief of them. Nathan steps closer, slow, measured. "Daniel walked away, Elena. He didn't fight. He didn't even—" He stops himself, choosing his words carefully. What if he's not coming back? The thought slams into me like a blow. My stomach twists. My heart lurches. Not coming back. The man who used to make coffee for me every morning, who read beside me in bed with the lamp turned low, who touched me like I was home. Not coming back. My voice cracks. Don't you dare." He sits beside me on the bed, close, too close. The heat of him seeps through the air, and it's unbearable, intoxicating, terrifying all at once. I shift, but he mirrors the movement like gravity pulling us closer. "Do you think this was nothing to me?" His tone hardens, but beneath it there's an ache. "That I just wanted your body, Elena? That I don't feel every damn thing that happened in this room tonight?" I turn to him, my eyes searching his. And I see it. Desire, yes, but something else, something rawer. Something that unsettles me more than his touch ever could. Longing. "Nathan." My voice falters. My throat is dry. "This isn't supposed to happen. You're my boss. I'm married." "You were married," he corrects softly. The word slices through me. Past tense. "Were." I shake my head, stand, pace toward the window. The city outside glitters like a million secrets I'll never be able to keep. My reflection in the glass is pale, wild-eyed, a stranger staring back at me. I feel him before I hear him. The warmth of his presence as he comes up behind me. His reflection joins mine in the window. Taller, broader, a shadow that seems to swallow me whole. He doesn't touch me, not yet. But the nearness is enough to make my skin prickle. "Why did you come here tonight?" he asks. The question hangs heavy, as though my answer might rewrite the story. I swallow hard. "Because I wanted to forget. Just for a while." "Forget what?" "Everything," I whisper. The arguments. The silence at home. The way Daniel stopped looking at me like I mattered. Nathan's hand hovers near my arm, so close I can feel the heat radiating off his skin, but he doesn't touch. It's restraint and temptation tangled into one unbearable moment. "Did I make you feel like you mattered tonight?" he asks. His voice rougher now, stripped of all that boardroom control. The truth claws at me, begging to be spoken. I close my eyes, fighting it. "Yes." The single word changes everything. He exhales sharply, like he's been holding his breath for hours. His hand finally brushes my arm, light, tentative, electric. The contact is small, almost innocent, but it sets every nerve in me on fire. I should pull away. I don't. "Tell me to stop," he whispers. His lips so close to my ear that the warmth of his breath sends shivers down my spine. I can't. God help me. I can't. The silence between us stretches, heavy with every unsaid truth, every unmade choice. My heartbeat hammers so loud I swear he can hear it. And just when the tension is about to break, when my lips part with words I might never be able to take back, my phone rings. The sound shatters the moment, shrill and insistent. I jerk back, my heart in my throat, fumbling for it on the nightstand. Daniel's name flashes across the screen. I freeze. Nathan's eyes lock onto mine, sharp and unreadable. His hand still lingering near me but not quite touching. "Answer it," he says. I stare at the glowing name, my pulse racing, my breath shallow. Do I? The choice I know will change everything. The phone keeps ringing, vibrating in my hand like a living thing, begging to be answered. Daniel's name pulses on the screen, bright, accusing, impossible to ignore. My thumb hovers over the green icon, trembling. One swipe and I could hear his voice again. One swipe and maybe I could undo something, anything. But I don't move. The call cuts off, leaving silence so loud it roars in my ears. My chest rises and falls too quickly, too shallow. I can't breathe. Nathan's gaze never leaves me. His jaw is tight, his eyes dark and steady, like he's reading every thought spilling through me. "You didn't answer," he says quietly. My throat tightens. "I couldn't." "Because you're afraid," he presses. Afraid of what he'll say? Or afraid of what you'll say back? The question slices me open. I turn away, pressing my palm to the cold glass of the window, the city lights blurring beneath my tears. Finally, they come, hot and unstoppable. Nathan moves closer, slow, deliberate, until his reflection looms behind mine again. I feel the warmth of him, the pull, the danger. His voice lowers, rough at the edges. "Tell me the truth, Elena. Tell me what you want." I shake my head. "I don't know what I want." "Yes, you do." His hand brushes against mine on the glass, tentative, testing. My pulse stutters. The warmth of his skin seeps into me and I can't pull away. "Not this time, Nathan." My voice breaks. "This is wrong." "Then stop me," he whispers. "I can't, God, I can't." The restraint shatters between us. I turn and suddenly his face is inches from mine. His breath warm, his eyes locked on me with a hunger he no longer bothers to hide. It happens slowly, achingly slow, his hand lifting to my jaw, his thumb tracing the edge of my cheek, the silence stretching so taut I think it might snap. I lean into his touch before I can stop myself, a sound escaping me, soft and broken, and then he kisses me. It's not rough, not reckless. It's devastatingly gentle. Like he knows I might shatter if he pushes too hard. His lips linger, hesitant at first, then deepen, and something in me breaks open. I clutch his shirt, desperate, drowning, alive in a way I haven't felt in years. The taste of him, whiskey, heat, danger, floods me. Every nerve sparks. Every boundary I thought I had dissolves. The guilt is there, yes, sharp and screaming, but beneath it burns something stronger. Need. When he finally pulls back, our foreheads rest together. Both of us breathless, trembling. His voice is raw. "Say it. Say you feel it too." I can't hide anymore. My whisper comes out ragged, betraying me. I do. The confession hangs between us, electric, irreversible. His hand cups the back of my neck, holding me there, grounding me. Then don't run from it. Tears slide down my cheeks, mingling with his breath. "Nathan, my marriage is already broken." He cuts in, firm, certain. "What happened tonight didn't end it. It only showed you the truth. I want to argue. I want to scream that he's wrong, that Daniel and I still have something worth saving. But deep inside I know, something fractured long before tonight. Still the guilt claws at me. I step back, putting space between us, hugging myself as though I can hold my breaking pieces together. "This can't happen again," I whisper. Nathan's eyes flash, a storm behind them. He doesn't argue. Doesn't plead. Instead, he gives me a look so intense it steals my breath. "You already know it, Will." The certainty in his voice terrifies me more than anything, and then, another sound. A knock at the door, sharp, urgent. I freeze. Nathan stiffens. We stare at each other, hearts pounding, breaths shallow. The knock comes again, louder this time. "Elena?" A voice, Daniel's. My blood runs cold. The sound of Daniel's voice outside the hotel door slams through me like lightning. "Elena?" I stagger back from the threshold, my pulse hammering so hard I can hear it in my ears. My name. His voice cuts deeper than the kiss I just shared, deeper than any wound I've ever felt. Nathan stiffens beside me, every muscle tight, his jaw locked. He glances toward the door, then at me, silently demanding I choose. The knock comes again, firmer, angrier. "Elena, I know you're in there." My throat is dry. My hands tremble. Words won't come, Nathan whispers, urgent. "Don't open it, not now. Not like this." But the sound of my husband's voice, broken, raw, laced with betrayal and fury, drags me forward. My legs feel weak, my steps unsteady, but I move toward the door anyway, like I'm caught between fire and water, both ready to consume me. I place my palm against the cool wood, separating me from the man I once promised forever to. I can almost feel him on the other side, radiating pain through the barrier. My chest aches with it. "Daniel." My whisper cracks. "Elena, open the door." His voice trembles now, cracks at the edges. It guts me. "Please." Nathan curses under his breath, low and sharp, then grabs my wrist, pulling me back, spinning me to face him. His grip is firm, desperate. You open that door and you lose everything, he hisses. His eyes burn into mine, fierce and relentless. He'll never forgive you. Not after what he saw. But me, I'm right here. I want you. I'm not walking away, my breath catches. My body is split in two. Loyalty and longing, guilt and desire. Past and present colliding like storms. Don't make me choose, I whisper, tears streaking down my face. You already have, Nathan says, his voice breaking for the first time. You wouldn't be here with me if you hadn't. Another knock, louder, furious. Elena. Daniel's voice is sharp now, cutting through the room like glass shattering. I choke on a sob. The walls feel like they're closing in, the air too thick to breathe. Nathan's hand slides from my wrist to my face, his thumb brushing my cheek with devastating tenderness. Look at me, he commands. I do. His eyes, dark, intense, pleading, strip me bare. There's no boss here, no power games, just a man undone by need, by something rawer than lust. I can love you the way he doesn't anymore, Nathan says, his voice hoarse, trembling. Don't go back to someone who stopped seeing you. Stay with me. Choose me. My heart twists so violently I think it might rip from my chest. Daniel's voice booms again, muffled through the door but still cutting deep. Elena, don't you dare shut me out. I crumble, sobbing, torn open between two men. One who has been my anchor, my history, my home. And one who has become the wildfire consuming me from the inside out. I can't, I whisper, shaking my head. I can't lose either of you. Nathan's hands tighten on my shoulders, his voice fierce. You already are. And if you don't decide now, you'll lose both. The truth slams into me, undeniable, merciless. The knocking stops. Silence. I freeze, my breath hitching. That silence, it terrifies me more than the banging. I rush to the door, fling it open. The hallway is empty. Daniel is gone. The emptiness hits harder than his presence ever could. My knees buckle and I collapse against the doorframe, my sobs racking through me. Nathan kneels beside me, pulling me into his arms despite my resistance. His embrace is warm, steady, suffocating and saving all at once. It's okay, he murmurs into my hair, though nothing about this is okay. He made his choice. Now make yours. I bury my face against his chest, my tears soaking his shirt, my heart torn wide open, because I know when I kissed Nathan, when I confessed the truth, I made a choice I can never take back. But I don't know if it's the right one. And in the hollow silence Daniel leaves behind, one terrifying realization grips me tighter than Nathan ever could. Whatever happens next will destroy someone. Nathan holds me against his chest, his breath hot against my temple. His arms locked around me like he's afraid I'll vanish. My sobs slow, breaking into uneven gasps, but inside I feel split down the middle, two lives tearing me apart. The hallway behind me is silent. Daniel is gone. The finality of it cuts sharper than any scream. Nathan tilts my chin up, forcing me to meet his eyes. Elena, he whispers, his voice thick with urgency and something that almost feels like fear. Don't let this destroy you. Don't let him destroy you. I shake my head, trembling. He didn't destroy me. I did. Nathan presses his forehead against mine, his grip tightening. Then let me put you back together. The words burn through me, seductive, dangerous, devastating. I want to believe him. God, I want to. But his arms feel both like safety and chains, and I can't tell which will suffocate me first. I don't even know who I am anymore. I admit. My voice raw, stripped bare. His eyes soften. Then be mine. Be Elena with me. The honesty in his voice cracks me wide open. I lean into his mouth before I can stop myself, kissing him with all the anguish, the longing, the need clawing through me. It's not gentle this time, it's fire, teeth, desperation. His hands grip my waist, pulling me closer, and I let him. I want to disappear inside the storm of him. But when his lips trail down my neck, when his breath ignites the hollow of my throat, a whisper slips out of me, unbidden, traitorous. Daniel. Nathan freezes. His mouth stills against my skin. His grip loosens. Slowly, painfully, he pulls back, his eyes searching mine with something that looks too much like defeat. You're still his, he says, voice ragged. tears blur my vision. I don't know who I belong to anymore. The weight of my confession fills the room, pressing down on us both. Nathan leans back, running a hand through his hair, pacing like a man unraveling. I gave you everything tonight, he says, broken. My truth, my heart, and all you can think about is him. It's not that simple, I whisper. It is, he snaps, then softens instantly, like the anger can't hold. It is, Elena. You either stay in a marriage that was dying long before me, or you take a chance on something real. With me. I clutch my arms around myself, trembling. My heart screams in both directions, tearing me apart. And then, as if summoned by my torment, my phone buzzes again. Daniel. My breath catches. My thumb hovers over the screen, shaking. Nathan's voice is a low growl behind me. Don't. I close my eyes. For a long, agonizing moment, I don't move. The phone keeps buzzing, vibrating like a second heartbeat in my hand. Finally, I answer. Elena. Daniel's voice. Low. Shattered. Alive. My chest caves in at the sound. I choke on a sob. Daniel, please, don't, he cuts me off. His words are clipped tight, barely held together. I don't want excuses. I don't want lies. A pause. Then softer. I just want to know. Was it ever real, us? The question guts me. My vision blurs, my knees give out, and I sink to the floor. The phone trembles against my ear. Yes, I whisper, tears spilling. God, yes. It was real. You were everything. Silence. Just his breath on the other end, uneven, jagged. Then why wasn't I enough? I break, completely. Sobbing into the receiver, the truth finally ripping its way free. I don't know. I don't know why I let it happen. But you were enough, Daniel. You always were. Another silence. Then the click of the line going dead. The sound of finality. My phone slips from my hand. The sobs rack through me until I can't breathe. Nathan kneels in front of me, his hand reaching for mine. Elena, I pull away. Slowly, painfully, I rise to my feet, shaking my head. I can't be yours, I whisper, my voice hoarse. Not now. Maybe not ever, his face crumbles. But he doesn't stop me as I step past him. As I grab my coat from the chair. As I walk toward the door that feels heavier than any I've ever opened. The hallway is empty. Silent. I walk into it anyway. Because the truth I finally understand is this. I don't belong to Daniel anymore. I don't belong to Nathan either. For the first time in years, I have to belong to myself. And that ending, brutal and hollow and freeing all at once, is the only one I can live with.